Hey, imagine you're trying to finally get some peace of mind about what's happening around your house, but every time you think about setting up a surveillance system, you get stuck wondering if you'll end up with a bunch of blurry nighttime footage, a system that no one can actually get to work, or worse, spending a chunk of cash on a kit that you'll never use. I've been in that spot a few times, scrolling through endless reviews, watching tutorial videos that feel like they're made for tech-savvy pros, and still feeling the nagging doubt that I might pick the wrong setup. If you're feeling that same hesitation, stick around because I'm about to walk through the Lorex Technology NC4K3F 164WB 16-channel 3TB 4K Ultra HD NVR system with its 4 smart IP bullet cameras and let you decide if it's the right match for your needs before you hit add to cart. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. First off, what makes a home security kit feel worth the money isn't just a glossy spec sheet. It's how the system behaves when you actually turn it on, whether the night vision actually shows you a clear picture of a prowler, and if the app lets you find a replay without needing a degree in computer science. The Lorex 4K NVR bundle tries to cover those bases with its 3 TB storage, color night vision up to 150 feet, and a promise of real-time 30 FPS streaming. Let's dig into what those promises look like in everyday use. Who should consider this kit? If you're a homeowner or small business operator who wants a fairly comprehensive surveillance setup out of the box, the Lorex 16-channel system is a solid candidate. It's geared toward people who need multiple camera feeds. Think a 2-story home with a front yard, driveway, side alley, and perhaps an outbuilding or workshop. The 4 included bullet cameras are weather-sealed and have built-in motion detection, so you don't have to buy extra lenses or add-in accessories to start monitoring critical zones. The real-time 30 FPS streaming is noticeable when you're watching a live feed. The video stays smooth enough that you can actually follow a moving person without the feed jumping. If you're a hobbyist who loves tinkering, you'll find the Lorex interface a bit more straightforward than some competing systems that require you to dive into custom firmware or third-party apps. The NVR's menu is organized into tabs for live view, playback, and camera settings, and once you've added the cameras, most of the routine adjustments are a few taps away. For a beginner, that's a huge win because the learning curve isn't steep. There's no need to manually configure port forwarding if you're okay with using Lorex's cloud-based remote access, which the system sets up automatically after you create an account. Now, who should probably skip this kit? If you're a professional security installer looking for a truly modular ecosystem that lets you swap lenses, integrate third-party analytics, or require a higher-end PTZ (Pantiltsum) capability, you'll find Lorex's bullet cameras a bit limiting. They're fixed focus, and while the smart autofocus works well for most static scenes, it doesn't adapt to rapid changes in distance like a PTZ unit would. Also, if you're budgeting for a single camera or a small 2-camera setup, a 16-channel NVR might be overkill. You'd be paying for storage and channel capacity you'll never use. Let's talk practical strengths. The most striking feature is the color night vision. Most budget security cameras revert to monochrome after dark, which can make it harder to distinguish a person's clothing or a vehicle's model. With Lorex's color night vision, you see a surprisingly detailed view of a person's shirt color or a car's make, even at the 150-foot range it advertises. In a test scenario simulating a driveway at night with a moving car, the system captured the vehicle's white paint and dark roof with enough contrast to identify it later in playback. That level of detail is useful if you need to report an incident to law enforcement or simply want to confirm who came to the door. Another strength is the built-in audio monitoring. The cameras have microphones that let you listen in real time, and the NVR's playback lets you sync that audio with the video. For users who want to verify not just visual motion but also whether someone is shouting, a car alarm is sounding, or a pet is causing a disturbance, that two-way data can be a game changer. The audio quality isn't studio grade, but it's clear enough to tell the difference between a human voice and a barking dog. Storage is often a hidden cost in surveillance, and Lorex's 3 TB drive means you can keep roughly a month of continuous 4K footage without constantly deleting old clips. If you enable motion-triggered recording, you'll stretch the timeline even further, which is ideal for those who want to retain evidence for insurance claims. The NVR also supports external backups via USB, so you can manually export a specific day's footage without